Just bear with me a second. Just need to get the link. And we will be off. Hello, everybody. Oh. Hello there. How is everyone doing? Okay, perfect. So you can all see me and hear me. That's great. I'm going to give it a few minutes so that people, so that everyone can get in, and then we can sort of get cracking from there. I just want to make sure that we've. Just bear with me a second. Oh, yeah. Let are you in? Just need to know how many we've got in the thing because every time I go in, there's feedback on my side. Let me just put this on another side. Right, so okay. Oh, I think I've frozen.
Hello.
Hello there. Hi, Ali. Just needed to check, buddy. How many we've?
I think we have like a couple of people watching on LinkedIn, and then we have a few people watching on YouTube as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we give them 5 minutes and then we can start?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. I think because it goes on YouTube, people can catch up anyway afterwards because they can just watch the YouTube video if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not a problem. What we'll do is we'll start at, let's say, 7 minutes past 6. Give them enough time to get in, and we can get cracking. It's quite a long presentation. It's about 17 slides or 16 slides. But there's some things which will probably be gloss over a little bit quicker, and there's some things I can go into more detail on because I think they're more important for people, especially at an entry level, and especially for people who are transitioning into cybersecurity. That maybe it's just sort of taking people back to their fundamentals and basics, which I think is very important. Now, what I'm going to do is let me just share the screen so people can. I want to make sure that the open system settings. Oh my. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I have no idea what happened then. I seem to have dropped myself out completely. Just bear with me. I'm trying to just get my presentation saved and put it into here. Just hold on. God.
While Musa is figuring that stuff out, I'd like to encourage everyone to connect with someone, at least one person. If you're on LinkedIn, that should be like super easy. If you're on YouTube, you can also, just drop an intro of yourself. And if you're looking to connect with people, you can also drop your LinkedIn URL as well. And yeah, let's make it happen.
Right. Let me just open this up in here and try and open it up now. It should work. Upload presentation. I must admit, I was so up against it today. I've literally just finished it off now and added it into the thing. So apologies that open file. It should be under that one. Open. No, here. File. Open. Oh, come on. View more files. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, hang on. Right, should be able to do it now. Just 1 second. I'm just trying to bring in the actual presentation onto here. Is that the one? Oh. Why is everything always so... There we go. That's it. Right, so restream, share screen. Can you... Oh, there we are. Can you see that? Can everyone see that?
No, I can't see it.
What about now? Is that...
No, it's not visible.
It should be. It's saying that it is showing it on there. Hang on. Yeah, I know how to do it. There you go.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay. Right. I'm just gonna start because there's so much to get through. Right. So let me put this into presenter mode. Okay. So good evening, and this is my presentation on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you get noticed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the reasons optimizing your LinkedIn profile for cybersecurity success. Why? The first thing is that you want professional visibility. So it's essential for cybersecurity professionals so that other people can see, especially if you're transitioning from other industries. You want people to discover you, be able to see you, recruiters, employers, other industry professionals, gives you the opportunity to get noticed. But if you haven't got the right setup on your profile, if it isn't looking professional, if it isn't talking about cybersecurity, basically you're going to find that it won't resonate with other people. It gives you optimizing LinkedIn gives you the opportunity to network with other experts within the industry, to gain insights, to network, to learn about industry trends, to learn about new things that are going on. Also opens up the doors for recruitment opportunities, to be able to search through either the jobs, through the postings, or through the network to find about opportunities that are there, active opportunities for recruitment. This is probably what's the most important thing for people, I think, within the platform. It allows you to showcase your skills and expertise. It's basically a dynamic portfolio because it's always evolving. Your skills are increasing. You're doing new things. You're learning new skills. You're gaining certifications. Your achievements are always increasing, and you're able to show these on a daily, on a weekly basis. I mean, Joe Wells is brilliant for this. He shows his Hack the Box, Try Hack Me on a daily basis, so people can see it's visible and it's noticed. Then you've got, engagement in the industry. You are able then to participate with other industry professionals, share insights, and follow relevant groups. And this is really important. We'll go on to this afterwards. It enhances your reputation and demonstrates commitment. And this is, again, for senior professionals looking at people who are coming into the industry. This is really important. You've got to build that reputation and demonstrate your commitment, demonstrate your resilience, and keep going with it. Basically, research and learning, following the influencers, the companies, and the thought leaders for insight. Sometimes you can pick up small bits of information from people that are posting things. Go out and do your own research on it, and then give your own take on it, whether it's a new bit of technology, whether it's vulnerabilities that are going on, whether it's changes in the legislation, changes in the frameworks. You've got the ability to then go and make really, really incisive comments so that industry leaders think, yeah, hang on a minute, this person really knows what they're talking about, which leads me to building credibility. This is really important, and this is what it's really about, because credibility is what's going to get you the opportunity to actually get roles, to get noticed, to get other industry professionals, senior professionals to notice you and think, you know what, we want this person in our organization. Because in reality, that's what it's all leading to. You're building up this entire profile and this following so that people notice you, so that it opens up doors and opportunities. It also gives you global reach and also the opportunity for international collaboration and diverse perspectives. So let's sort of get on it. I'm going to go through the simple things quite quickly. So, for example, first impressions, they do matter. So the photo that you use, make sure it's a clear, clean headshot. It's a friendly photograph. You're dressing in a formal stroke, semi-professional manner so that people get the idea of who you are. Make sure that it's good and clear lighting in the background so they can identify you easily. Also, that does help when you go to a networking event. People can recognize you instantly. Say, oh, yeah, you're such and such from LinkedIn. It happens to me a lot. When I go to actual face-to-face networking events, they recognize me from my profile. Then you've got crafting a compelling headline. Now, this is really important. What you say about who you are, it's important. I mean, for me, I place myself as a specialist in cybersecurity recruitment. I've got a lot of experience. I know what I'm talking about. I know how to help candidates. I know how to help my clients. What you have to do is you've got to craft something for yourself. Maybe you highlight your career goals or your current role. Maybe, but you want something that's attention grabbing, something that's going to really get their interest and hit the eye line straight away. So keywords related to cybersecurity. If you're a pen tester, if you're a GRC consultant, whatever you are, you need to have it in there so that they're immediately identifiable for any person. So what you also want to do is you want to tell your story. I mean, that's a little bit the blurb that I use for myself. It's quite detailed. I've used emojis because that's the modern way. I've got my contact information in there if people want to get in touch with me, and I'm basically outlining what I can do for my clients and also for candidates, what I like to do, what my passion is, and that's what you really need to get across What I would recommend that anybody do is I do use ChatGPT. I think it's a good platform. I write what I need to write, or a format of it, and then I put it into ChatGPT to really give me that that refined piece of information that I can be then put out there and showcase. And this is the important thing. The things that you really need to demonstrate is your skills, your achievements, your energy, your passion, what really you're interested in. So immediately the employers, the senior professionals, those groups can see what you're talking about. And this again is really important, that they must feel that when they're looking at your profile, this person's credible, professional, cybersecurity through and through. And also, it must have a little bit about your character on you. So if you volunteer, if you do things above and beyond, put them in there. But remember, what you want is people to recognize you for your cybersecurity, but also say, yeah, that girl is really good. That guy is really good. They've got other facets to their personality and characteristics. So what the next thing is, you need to be able to showcase your strengths. So list your risk-relevant cybersecurity skills. So within the skills section, make sure, so if you're a pen tester, vulnerability assessment, if it's phishing, social engineering, if it's red teaming, if it's defensive security, if it's code reviews, whatever you're doing, you want to put that in there. If you're an aspiring GRC consultant, is it ISO that you've got some experience in? Is it NIST? Is it PCI DSS? What you really need to do is you need to make sure that you've got those core skills that will resonate with an employer, with senior professionals, with hiring managers, so they can immediately identify this person is what we're looking for. And also, if you've got relevant certifications, again, these are part of your strengths, because people do look at that, and it is really important. If you can get endorsements from colleagues and peers, again, this is really good and useful, because it gives you social proofing. People can see, hang on a minute, this person actually, yeah, I can see people are recommending them, saying that they are good. And then regularly update your skills based on the industry trends. So in the end of the day, cybersecurity is always evolving. It's ever evolving. It's one of these sectors whereby you are constantly in a state of sort of flux, and you're developing more and more skills. You're learning about more vulnerabilities, or you're learning about the frameworks, how they're being adapted, how they're working. You might have never worked in a certain industry, and then you suddenly get an opportunity to spend a few days in it. You can put these kind of things in, because it all builds a narrative around you, what you can do, what you bring to the table. And this is really important, because for an employer to want to employ you, they need to see that credibility. They need to understand what this person is going to bring to their organization, and the skills, keeping your skills updated, getting your endorsements from people, and being relevant within cybersecurity through your skills and your certs and through your experience is really important. So you need to keep on top of that. That's vital. Then you've got your achievements. I mean, at the end of the day, again, you need to be able to quantify your achievements wherever possible. A good example of this, again, is I keep harping back to Joe, but I think Joe really does it on a sort of daily basis. He is doing the things that employers will be very interested in seeing. That, hang on, yes, he's constantly on Hack the Box, Try Hack Me, whatever it is, he's doing it on a daily basis. You need to highlight that. I know it's difficult, and I know time is a constraint, but to be noticed and for people to recognize you, you need to put that extra effort in. It doesn't actually take that long. You can basically build some things into the schedule. Spend half a day or 2 or 3 hours on one day, build up the majority of your schedule, and then basically post it out on a daily basis, so that every day I'm going to be posting something. And then on the daily, on every single day, post an individual post that you think of on the day as well. It just keeps you fluid and keeps you in the eye line for people. It's important. And any roles or any work that you do, whether paid or unpaid, any work shadowing, internships, anything you do that's relevant, have it on your profile. You've got to remember, keep these profiles up to date. It is absolutely vital, because employers, they are essentially this is your shop window, and they need to see what you can do, what you can achieve, what your skills are, and what people are saying about you and how you engage. So it's really vital that you make sure that people they think, right, hang on, this person's really, really, really good, and I've got to engage with them, and that, it's got to always be in the back of your mind. So building credibility, this again is extremely important. You know, you've got to be able to highlight certain things within your profile. And in cybersecurity, as we all know, certifications at the moment are still considered really as a premium. And if you're at entry level, there's a few things that can set you apart, but this is one of them. So whatever certifications you do, it's important that you show these, you showcase them, you do a little bit of a post on it. Maybe you, as you're doing the certs, you post, just talking about your experience of the certs, your experience of your master's degree, your experience of your bachelor's degree. If you're doing an apprenticeship, your experience of it, these things are all important, because it, again, remember, it's building that credibility. It's building the mindset for employers that, hang on a minute, this person really does live, breathe, and is passionate about cybersecurity. We need to speak to them. We need to engage with this person. If you got, because I know many of you don't have relevant experience within cybersecurity. However, you might have experience within the course or your coursework or any search you're doing. You need to showcase those. So if there's particular vulnerabilities you manage to crack on a hack the bots, try hack me, bug bounty, whatever it is, show that. If it's some GRC work, maybe there was a project you undertook within the course whereby you were you had to do some sort of audit, compliance audit, some testing, general control testing, whatever it is, highlight it, because it's good. It's really important that you can demonstrate your credibility, and you're still very early in your cybersecurity career. So in order to be able to get that kudos and for employers to think, yeah, this person's got potential, you need to build that credibility. And this, again, is really important. I can't stress it enough. If you don't, what's going to happen is that other people that do will be ahead of you in the pecking order. If you want employers to take notice of you, this is one of the things that you can really do that can make a difference. And honestly, believe you me, in this industry, unfortunately, they are very much certifications and accreditations orientated. Sometimes almost to the point where it's more important than experience sometimes. So what you need to do is you need to make sure whatever certs you have, they really are hammered home, so people know you've done X, whether it's CRT, CRTO, CRTP, whether it's sort of ISO 27001, CISSP, CISM, whatever it is, CISA. You need to highlight these certs because really, and make a big song about it, because it does make a difference. People are looking at it. And then this is a really important thing. I think sometimes it's difficult to ask people for recommendations, but definitely if you've got people who mentor you, if you've got people who you're working alongside, people who you've done some work for, anything like that, it's important that you get others to speak on your behalf. So recommendations are always really important. Now, whether that's a formal recommendation on LinkedIn, whether it's just a posting to say this person's done, really, really good. I personally do this for candidates. I do. Those candidates I get on with really well, that's pay extra special attention to, I will post out for them, because they deserve that extra kudos and they deserve to be showcased. And everybody knows that I am a person that absolutely does it, particularly for people who are, I'd say, entry level, or those people who are transitioning into cybersecurity. I feel it's important. What we must do is we must make sure that we, almost as an entry level person, you've got to make sure that you play to your strengths. Now, what this means is if you can build relationships with other people, you can do some work, whether it's, as I said, paid or unpaid, and then get them to write you a little recommendation as a posting. Doesn't have to be a testimonial on, a formal one, just a posting to say, yeah, this person we did some collaboration, did some work on this. They were really good, and these are their key areas. That social proofing really makes a big difference. You'll be surprised how many people will look at that and think, okay, this person might be of interest when we're looking for that type of role. So I think this is another really big area, that requesting recommendations from colleagues or from peers or from people that you're working alongside, and even your mentors. If you've got a mentor and they are able to sort of give you a little bit of a recommendation, it's definitely worth it, because they might be a seasoned professional, and if they're happy to give you a little bit of recommendation, it really will speak volumes for you. And sometimes you'd be surprised how much difference that can make when trying to break into cyber for the first time and land that first job. So that covers that. So connecting with the cybersecurity community. Now, this is, I think, where everybody's going to be really interested. And essentially, I think what you've got to remember is that you've got to build a network. And I keep telling entry-level people that, look, the only way now to get a job, I mean, if you want to apply for jobs, that's fine. There's a way to do that, and perhaps on a more one-to-one basis, I can run through that. And yes, we've still got to apply for jobs. However, the smart way now is to build that network, build that community, and build your links to senior professionals, so that when jobs come up and when vacancies arise, you are in a really good position to take advantage of that, and employers know where to go. This is the key thing here. See, you can. Most people don't realize is that majority of jobs are never even advertised. Companies, what happens is they build their talent pipeline through the links in LinkedIn, and they engage with those people directly. And so when they're looking to recruit, sometimes they don't even bother advertising. All they do is they go to their talent pipelines from LinkedIn and then send out a job spec to maybe 10, 15 people who are relevant, because they've seen them, they've seen what they post, they've interacted with them, and they know these people would make a good fit. And all that happens is that they'll interview those that are interested, and then someone will get the job. You never even hear about it. Why? Because it's the clever ones who will sit back and build a network, engage with other professionals, share their insights, and connect with the senior professionals in their industry, so they can expand that network that they've got. And this is what it's all about. You've got to remember that in the end, if you really want to get a job in cybersecurity, I'd say 70% is through networking and 30% is through job hunting. Yes, you could be lucky and land a job tomorrow through job searching and through applying and the traditional way. But my advice is, this is the new way. This is what employers are also doing. So join the relevant LinkedIn groups and engage in them, engage in discussions, share your insights, make really, really good observations, or ask questions in the groups, ask questions in LinkedIn, talk to senior industry professionals and say, right, okay, I don't understand this. Can you help me with that? Literally just get them to start engaging with you. You are very much at the start of your journey, so there isn't a stupid question really, because people remember that when they were at the start of it 15 years ago, 10 years ago, they weren't geniuses either. It's taken them 10, 15 years to get to the levels that they are. You are now at that point, and you've got the advantage whereby you've got a really, really strong tool in LinkedIn. You need to use it. Now, engagement can be posting videos, engagement can be putting out relevant articles, it can be resharing articles with your own thinking around it. It's really important. In fact, I'd say it's more important to share your own thoughts so people can understand who you are. So you can post other people's things, but put your own slant on it, put your own and engage. So when a post goes out, engage on it. put your own thoughts on it so people can see this person's actually got some credibility. Who are they? What have they been doing? And this just adds to that hang on, yeah, they made a good point there. That's interesting. We'll take on it. And that's what you've got to do. You've got to give people a reason to want to speak to you. And this is why. And also, one of the things that you can do from that is that when you've engaged with somebody on LinkedIn in a posting or in a closed group, or you can then connect with them. And again, and that's an easy one. They've engaged with you in a conversation. You can just send a LinkedIn message to say, we engaged in such and such group on such and such conversation, or we engaged based around this post. I thought I'd send out a connection request, and I look forward to engaging with you and getting your views on X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. You can build something around that. And what that will do is, it will show them, hang on, this person really is taking notes of what's going on. It will also build the credibility that they actually can engage and discuss things in this area, in this space, and not look silly. And that's important. It will give you that credibility. So it's really important. I can't stress enough how important engaging with the cybersecurity community is, engaging on groups, engaging with everybody, and building out that network. It is absolutely vital. So effective outreach to hiring managers. So one of the things here is it's really important, and I've got a couple of examples I'm going to share with you about this. But essentially, you need to personalize connection requests. So when you are engaging with a hiring manager, when you are trying to make a connection with somebody who's a senior professional, make sure that it's a personalized request. So, don't just write a generic thing. Make it relevant to them. So, for example, I'll give you a little example. So you've talked to a senior professional on LinkedIn through a post. Mention that post. Mention the fact that we engaged on the post about the vulnerability assessment, or we engaged in a post about whatever it was on such and such profile. I'm reaching out to connect with you. I look forward to engaging with you about X, Y, and Z. And show your genuine interest in what they do. So sometimes it could be that you see that they've, volunteered for the National Cyber Agency or something like that, or whatever they do, make it absolutely relevant to something that they do, because everybody likes to feel important. So if you make them feel a little bit important, that's really good, because what will happen is they will then connect up with you, and you've got one person there who's an industry professional who you can bounce ideas off and build that relationship with. Now that's what it's about: building a relationship, building that rapport with the seniors and the senior professionals in the industry, so that when opportunities come up, they think of you. And that's a really good thing. There's a few different things that you can do, and highlighting common interests or connections is really a good way as well. So if there's somebody common in between and you've noticed that they engage with that person as well, you can just say, yeah, we're both connected through such and such person. Again, it just shows that you're actually paying attention, and it's not just a random shot in the dark trying to connect with them. Again, outreach to hiring managers is really, really important. So here's an example, one that you can use. And don't worry about writing anything down. This presentation, I'll make it available either through like I did last time, on the thing where it'll be on there. You can just download it yourselves, or if anybody needs it specifically, I'll send it as a PDF to whoever wants it. It's not a problem. So this is the kind of a message you can send out. And essentially it's very much about saying that they're a seasoned professional, that you want to gain from their insight, something like that you want to connect with them. Now, I know there's a word limit, so you have to be careful, and you might need to knock it down a bit. But this is the kind of thing that you need, whereby they can see that this person understands that I'm an expert, and they are an entry-level person, and they are basically asking to connect up so that I can, that me as a senior professional can help them. So I think the key to this is that reaching out to senior professionals is extremely important. How you do it is extremely important. These are just small examples. I mean, once I finish the presentation, maybe we'll have plenty of time. We should be able to then get some sort of maybe specific, more specifics, and I can talk around other sort of outreach techniques and other things that we can do. But that would be what I would go with. And then once they've connected up, you've got to be polite and professional and just show that, yeah, thank you very much for connecting. I really appreciate it. And basically, talking in a professional way and making sure that they know that you are interested in picking their brains, that you know that they're more senior than you, and that you really want to learn from their experience and learn more about their journey. And that's really key, because people love to talk about themselves, and this is the key. And that's how you're going to gain more and more credibility, by basically building that relationship with the professionals, getting to have virtual coffees with them. If you can go meet them, even better. But most people will be very busy. So a quick 15-minute call on Teams or any format will be useful for you as well. And they don't. I honestly, most people will find the time. If you engage with them in the right way, they will find time to help you. So yeah, I think we can go into more detail once I finish the presentation, and I can, if people have specific examples, we can look at that. So nurturing the connection, so sending out a personalized thank you message, staying relevant with content or insights, and staying engaged with your network. So again, I can't stress this enough. So when you engage on LinkedIn, it's so important that what you do is you are looking at the type of content that's been posted, that you are remaining completely sort of relevant, that you're looking at what's going on a daily basis, on a weekly basis within the sector, within information security, cybersecurity, and then you're posting around that. So if there was a massive breach tomorrow with a big global company, you should post on that and give your take on it after reading a few articles, and you can quote the articles and say, such and such person believes this was the case and such that. It will show that you have gained an insight in the industry, and it would also basically show the network that this person, not only are they might be learning about it, they might be entry level, but they're keeping abreast of what's going on in the industry, which is so important. And giving your own insight into it, you can almost, because you're entry level, you can use other people's insight by just saying, yeah, I kind of agree with this insight because I think that sounds the most plausible. And it's in a way, what it will do is it will show, again, credibility, again, engagement. And these are the two things. By engaging gives credibility, and by getting credibility, people will notice you. By being noticed, that gives you the opportunity then to basically be above the eye line, be in the eye line for senior professionals. So when roles come up, those talent pipelines are engaged, and you'll be a part of that talent pipeline. And that's what it's about. Engaging with your network so that people think, hang on a minute, this person really, they live and breathe cyber, their passion is cyber, they're talking about cyber, they're demonstrating their skills, their achievements, they're doing all that, they're showing their insights into everything, and really it will make a big difference. Believe you me, this is the key area, is how you engaged. So I think what you want to do is empower your cybersecurity career on LinkedIn. And just one second, I think that's the wrong one. That was the one, actually. So in conclusion, basically, my top tips: craft a strong LinkedIn profile. This is absolutely vital. So make sure that everything screams cybersecurity, information security, and basically people, when they look at your profile, from the header or the LinkedIn banner that you have to the information about yourself to the postings you do, everything reeks and smells of cybersecurity. So when they look at it, they know they're in a cybersecurity professional's LinkedIn profile. Actively participate in industry conversations. This is absolutely vital, because essentially this is how you're going to sell yourself without selling yourself. People are going to see that when conversations are going on, you are inserting yourself in those conversations and giving a really dynamic perspective. People are beginning to see you, beginning to think, yeah, actually, yeah, this person, who is this person? They want to get to understand who you are. That, again, it really will make a massive difference. And also it opens that door to connect with people. So when you're engaging with them on LinkedIn and in the various posts and putting your ideas forward, nothing's stopping you then in trying to connect with most of those professionals and say, yeah, we had a conversation about X. I thought I would send out a request to connect, and I look forward to engaging with you about Y. Very simple, to the point. You need to make sure that you seek and offer mentorship. Now, so this is very simple. Find a mentor, somebody who's got time, who can give you an hour or two every week just to help you with it, transitioning into cybersecurity and getting that first role. And they can help you. Make sure it's relevant to what you do. So there is more suitable for you, if you're, say, a GRC consultant, to find a senior GRC consultant who's got at least 5-7 years experience, somebody who's got the time and can help mentor you and help bring you along. And then you need to, as I said before, customize that outreach to hiring managers. This is vital, because at the end of the day, if you've got to be able to demonstrate an individuality. You've got to be a personalized thing, so that they feel that it's not just an automated message coming to them. Because believe me, there's nothing more frustrating for any professional to have to read automated message, which just basically doesn't say anything other than, blah, 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 and you'll put it in the bin. No one's interested. Make sure it's relevant. Make sure that it hits a note with them. Make sure it sort of resonates, and they feel that they don't feel threatened by it. Rather, they feel enthused by it. Think, yeah, I'll connect with this person because I've seen this person about now. I want to get to know who they are. I want to understand them better. And then finally, stay informed and share relevant content. This is, again, really important, because it builds that credibility piece. It means that people can literally, they will look at your profile and they will look at you and they will think cybersecurity professional. And that's what you want. In the end, that's what you want, because you're posting things that are relevant. You're posting things that are in the news, or that are very much the sort of giving you that air of thought leadership. This person actually, yeah, I can see that this person knows what they're talking about. They're talking about issues which are relevant, which are actually topical. So they feel that you are putting that effort in, and in the end, that will make a difference, because organizations will, and individuals, senior professionals will think, right, my talent pool for the future, we need to put that person in it, because we know that they are posting relevant things, they're staying in the eye line, and everything is credible about them, from their profile to what they post to how they engage to who they engage with, and how they conduct themselves. It's really important. So in essence, I think that's covered all the main areas. But the reason why I've left a fair bit of time is because I think it'd be nice for people to give me sort of questions. I mean, there's my details there. Like I said, I'll put this out, via LinkedIn, and if anyone wants it by email as a PDF, no problem. I'm happy to do that as well. But the essence is in there, and I think what I'm going to do is, let me just stop sharing a second and then go back into the live. What do you call it? So I think that's covered a lot of the a lot of the areas are sort of covered in that. What I'd like is for people to sort of give me some of the questions. Just bear with me as I think if let me just get back into the LinkedIn. Hang on. There we go. So that I can just see what questions are going to be asked, because I think that would be very, very useful. Let me just get logged back in. It is 652. 652. Right. So I think yes. So I think Aliyu has gone. Now, I just basically wanted to get an idea of the questions. So if anybody else is on the stream, 1 second, I'm going to try and go back into the stream. Give me a minute, and I will go back in the stream so I can see. Okay. Okay, so right, so oh, you could read, yes. So are there any questions that people have that they want me to answer? If they hello, am I still live, everyone? Can you post it in the chat? So yeah, so okay. Now we can see. Right. I don't know if it's gone. I think it's hello. Do people have questions for me then? And then I can answer them for anybody that really wants to who's got some questions that they want me to answer for you. Where are we? Okay. I think the right. Okay. I tell you what we'll do. It'll be easier that if people want to send me messages, if they want to connect up with me, I'm more than happy. I connect with anyone anyway. It's not a big deal. But if people want specific help on how to outreach, I'm more than happy to either do another session whereby we can have specific questions that come in, and I can then answer how you would outreach for those. I think that probably make more sense. Unless you've got specific questions now, that's absolutely fine. I'm sort of more than happy to answer them, or you can reach out to me directly, and I'm more than happy then to build that with you. The outreach, how to do that with specific people. There's no problem. Just sometimes I am busy, so just bear that in mind. Okay. Just wanted to say, thank you to everyone then for attending. It's much appreciated that you've taken your time out to listen. I hope it's been useful. So if anyone wants to get in touch, just find me on LinkedIn, and I'm more than happy to then assist and help help them build their profile in a more structured way, and make sure that they can develop an understanding, a much better understanding of how to use LinkedIn to get noticed, to get that credibility, to get people to put them into their talent pipelines after. And I think it's really important. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been really enjoyable presenting to you guys. I will put it'll probably be tomorrow now. I've got to dash off. But I will put together the PDF so everyone can have a copy of that. And thank you very much, everyone. Take care.